Because nothing costs $1 anymore, so you 2 pennies each time you go up $1. Louise, okay, you do the fucking math in your head. Hi, Troy Torres with Kandit News. We're trying out some new equipment tonight, and our new IT air fiber connection, or whatever it's called. We're gonna start tonight with a phone call to Chief of Forestry Services over at the Department of Agriculture, Christine Farron, who's been kind enough to share with us some of her time late tonight to talk about what happened with the firefighting and some of the employment issues that they have and the hourly issues that they have for the Forestry Division over at the Department of Agriculture. And then I'm going to share with you what has just been like in a series of very damning and damaging recordings from those who accuse the Port 7 of being the criminal conspirators. Well, turns out that they were behind the criminal conspiracy from the beginning. The people who made the accusations, the people who sent affidavits and declarations to the FBI and to the United States Attorney, turns out that they were lying to the feds the entire time. And tonight, an explosive recording of a leader at the Port Authority threatening the managers of the port with their jobs if they didn't fly on board with the conspiracy against the Port 7. So before we get to that, let's talk to Christine Farron. Hi, Christine. This is Troy Torres with Kandit News.
Hi, Troy.
Hi. I'm so sorry about the time.
Okay. You're watching the story of Motley Crue.
Motley Crue. That's what we call my friends and me. So, tell me about the involvement of your forestry division people. At the fire that happened in Emmett Till a couple nights ago, and really, the involvement. Who was involved throughout the government and whoever the volunteers were in putting down that fire? And how long was that fire going?
Well, okay, we'll start with the time. So the fire was. I received a image call about the fire from Navy. So one of their chiefs gave me a call and mentioned that there was a fire along the pipeline, or not at the pipeline, but by Charlie Corn area. So it was about 9:15 in the morning.
Okay.
So we sent out one of our forestry aides to go and scout the fire. So the guys were doing morning prep work, which is seed propagation, because during fire season we're still collecting seeds and propagating for planting season. So there's really no rest for forestry's crew. So one guy went out and he located the fire, and he actually found access. So we called in the rest of the crew, and by the end of that night, we had like 9 people out there. So forestry was on that fire from 9:15 to about 10:45 when everyone secured the scene, and we were off by about 11.
9 people until including the Guam Fire Department?
No.
Oh, okay.
I just realized what it said. It was 10:45 and we were like off by 11. Apologies. But
okay.
We actually it was great. It was great communication, really good teamwork out there. We had Navy Fire, Anderson Fire, Fire Department. So all of the support was there, and we were a strategic place. And the goal of that fire, the goals we placed, we were able to maintain. So although there were a few moments when the fire jumped us because there was just so much vegetation and it was so dry out there, and with those fires preheating everything in front of it, we had spot fires just jumping all over the place.
Now,
so we were moving our crews to where. Oh, go ahead.
Oh no, I was going to ask. With so many people and so many agencies involved, who took command? Was it Civil Defense, or was it the Guam Fire Department?
No, it was actually Navy Fire identified, because they were the first on the scene. And it started off along the pipeline for the most part, their jurisdiction, that they took incident command. And so that fire, started with Navy and Guam Forestry and GFD to support forestry when we had to reload.
Now, I've been involved in the government, so I understand that there is a lot of coordination, a lot of communication that goes into such a large project like that. On a scale of 1 to 100, 100 being perfect, how would you say the operation went in terms of its coordination?
I'd say I'd give us an 85 and 85. I'd be pretty generous.
Well, that's
pretty generous because that's being conservative, though.
That's being conservative. Okay, well, that's a pretty good rate for a new administration, I would think, and they're probably their first go at an incident this big.
It was communicated from the beginning, and then as soon as we started to recognize where this fire was going, because we have historical knowledge of fighting fires in that area and what it's done in the past.
Did anyone get hurt?
Knowing what areas were in the previous years.
No one got hurt.
Injuries.
Wow. Well, that's
no injuries that
amazing.
I'm aware of.
Okay. Well.
Yeah, no injuries that I'm aware of.
I do have a question related to the response, but unrelated to the fire itself, and it's only because this seems to be around the area where Xavier Akima lost his life, where he was, and there was
moving in that direction. Yeah.
It was moving in that direction. There was a response, and I know this was last year. I know this was last administration. I have to ask you if you have knowledge of this. How many people from Department of Agriculture were called to that incident command?
At the time?
Yes, for the search and rescue. Was anyone from Department of Agriculture called?
Not that I'm aware of on the first day, or maybe by the third day, I think we may have received a call.
On the third day of the administration.
There was circumstance, yeah. It was rainy season, right? So I'm trying to recall what we were doing, and I don't recall at this time. But we didn't deploy. Because nothing. When we communicated, or our agency communicated with the fire department, it sounded like the ground was pretty much covered, but this was over my head, so I'm not.
No, I understand. I understand that, and just for our viewers to understand, it wouldn't be the Department of Agriculture's call. It would be whoever was in charge of the incident command at the time. I believe it was the Guam Fire Department under then Fire Chief Joey Siniclis, who would have made that call, and at the governor's office as well at the time, under the administration of former Governor Eddie Calvo and former Lieutenant Governor Ray Tenorio, to decide what resources and what departments would be involved in the search and rescue effort. And it seems that Governor Leon Guerrero took this incident of the fire a lot more seriously than the previous administration took the search and rescue of Xavier Akima, because of the deployment of so many resources, and also the collaboration with Navy, and I'm going to guess Anderson Air Force Base as well.
Yes, all agencies, fire agencies were represented as far as, except airport.
Okay.
We had Department of Defense, and the Fire Department of Forestry.
Okay. Well, Christine, would you mind if I called you back on Monday? Because I want to explore further some pay issues that your forestry division officers are left out of, even though they were undergoing the same sort of hazards that everybody else was, but they are not entitled to that kind of pay. Can we explore that more on Monday? Can I give you a call?
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Christine.
I appreciate the coverage. Anything that highlights the guys. Thank you.
Thank you so much. You have a good night. Now, I'm getting notes from our team that there's pausing happening. Are we good to go? Cello, are we good to go?
Want to take a break and throw a break and I'll send it to a lower resolution.
Let's go to a break. Let's go to a break so we can fix some technical issues. We'll be right back, guys.